So a book I'm reading right now, which is really, really good, is called The Daily Stoic, and it gives you something to read every day. And so I've been doing that since the beginning of the year, and it's just a great book. So it says, tranquility can't be grasped except by those who have reached an unwavering and firm power of judgment. The rest constantly fall and rise in their decisions, wavering in a state of alternately rejecting and accepting things. What is the cause of this back and forth? It's because nothing is clear and they rely on the most uncertain guide. Common opinion. Seneca. In Seneca's essay on tranquility, he uses the Greek word euthymia, which he defines as believing in yourself and trusting that you are on the right path and not being in doubt by following the myriad of footpaths of those wandering in every direction. It is this state of mind, he says, that produces tranquility. Clarity of vision allows us to have this belief. That's not to say we're always going to be 100% certain of everything, or that we even should be. Rather, it's that we can rest assured we're headed generally in the right direction, that we don't need to constantly compare ourselves with other people or change our mind every 3 seconds based on new information. Instead, tranquility and peace are found in identifying our path and in sticking to it, staying the course, making adjustments here and there naturally, but ignoring the distracting sirens who beckon us to turn towards the rocks. That's why I like this book so much, because I feel like sometimes you can just be going through life and you're just like, what the fuck am I doing? Because, we all want to do something different, or at least I do, and it's like when you do something different and you do something risky, there's a lot more people that are telling you, like, are you sure? Is this really what you want to do? Rather than kind of like pushing you and encouraging you to do so. So when you see something like this and it's written so long ago, you can see that other people have had these thoughts as well. And I guess that's kind of the irony of this passage is basically you just kind of have to stay the course, and it's just reassuring to see wisdom like this, and you can see that it's been in this world for a really long time. The other book I'm reading is The Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday. He authors that one as well. And this is a really good passage here. It says, ordinary people shy away from the negative situations just as they do with failure. They do their best to avoid trouble. What great people do is the opposite. They are their best in these situations. They turn personal tragedy or misfortune, really anything, everything, to their advantage. But this crisis in front of you, you're wasting it feeling sorry for yourself, feeling tired or disappointed. You forget. Life speeds on the bold and favors the brave. We sit here and complain that we're not being given opportunities or chances, but we are. So basically my morning routine is I wake up and the first thing I do is I try to meditate for 20 minutes. I start the coffee before that, so when I'm done, the coffee's going to be ready. And then I come here and I read those 2 books, and then I journal. And basically I journal every day because it just, I feel like it keeps me on track, and then I can look back and see what I was doing at this point last year or something like that. And I just feel like it gives me good structure, and it's just like a good foundation to start the day. So one thing I do is I basically just like audit my behavior. And for instance, like right now I'm vlogging. I just took up vlogging. So what I wrote here is like, I need to experiment and find the fine line between vlogging to be constructive or vlogging to be distracting, because I want vlogging to enhance my life. I don't want it to draw away from the goals that I'm chasing. And then I just ended on a good note. So then I just say, looking forward to having a great day. And that's that. Then another thing I've been experimenting with is microdosing mushrooms. So I've just been taking one of these every now and then, and it's just kind of interesting to see how your brain functions on them. I like to do them before exercising or something like that, and yeah, just kind of interesting, something new. Pretty good. All right, and a good indicator of how sober I was last night is how closely I parked to the garage, so only one drink in. All right, now I'm headed to boxing. It's 8:57. Supposed to be there at 9 o'clock, and it's about a 10-minute drive. So this is one of those things I'm trying to work on as well. I'm always late. I gotta get there on time. My coach is here investing time in me, so I gotta get here earlier. That's on me.
spring. Like before here. It's basically like a gun. There's a spring going on. Yeah, loaded. Hold on, now we're on. Go.
Hey, I'm Tim Eschtruth,
I'm Zeke Broniger.
and here we're going to show you a judo technique for MMA and jiu-jitsu. So, first thing that I want to establish, I'm going to get my underhook. So it's right here. I'm getting my underhook here, or I'm grabbing here. It's totally up to you. I'm grabbing here. I'm stepping in front. I'm going to do a cut step here, like this. I'm going to pivot around. My back foot or my right foot is going to make a cut motion this way, and I'm going to throw him over my hip. So here. Okay? So my back foot is going to cut this way, like this. It's not just going straight back. I'm making that angle. Okay? That twists him, gets him over. So one, here. My underhook. Okay? Stepping over, cut stepping in, pivoting around. My kick leg is right here. I'm going to make that angle. Then I'm going to throw him. Normally in competition, I would fall on top of him to break his sternum, to knock the wind out of him.
You want to do it fast and not do that?
Yep.
All right.
Cool.
There you have it, folks. So after boxing, I went to the sauna and I sat in the sauna for 30 minutes and then I took a cold shower for like 5 minutes. And now I'm headed to family dinner. One thing I wanted to touch on about training in MMA versus growing up in wrestling is the one thing I've noticed the most about MMA training is since there's so many different disciplines, I find myself getting information from a lot of different people and trying to get like a lot of different tools from different people, whereas in wrestling it's just one art. So you basically do a bunch of techniques the same time over and over and over again, and that's also really conducive. But it's just kind of interesting because in MMA you can pick, you can get something from Muay Thai, you can get something from Jiu-Jitsu, you can get something from Judo, and then it's up to you to fit it into your arsenal and use it. And some certain moves and certain techniques are going to work for certain people better than others and certain body types better than others. But the one thing about wrestling that I'm glad I have is at the end of the day, the fundamentals are the things that work the best. So basically the basics and doing the basics over and over and over again.
what you guys just saw me do was liming the free stalls, and that's supposed to prevent bacteria from growing in an environment where the udder is going to be exposed. The biggest reason we do this is to prevent a cow from getting mastitis, because when a cow gets mastitis, it means she has an infection in her udder, and then we can't sell that milk. So therefore, we put lime down in the bed to prevent any kind of bacterial growth where the udder is going to be exposed. And then since it's Michigan and it gets cold as balls at night, we have to plug in all of our equipment so in the morning when my dad comes to start up the tractor to feed the other animals, it starts.